Hi, Esther.
Hey, Caroline.
Oh, look at you, my little creation.
Look at you. What's with the yellow? Is that like a Charlie Brown themed baseball cap? What are those
First of all,
called?
I'm not a Midwest
Beanie?
mom. I do not wear Peanuts merch. How dare you? Second of all, it's Fly by Jing brand, which is my favorite Szechuan chili crisp condiment.
What's
And
going on with you and Fly by Jing? Like people, like are you in
someone's
bed with
jealous.
them?
Someone's
Yeah.
jealous.
Did
Okay,
you
well, before we get
invest?
into it, I think we should introduce. I'm not even going to say guest. I'm going to say our co-host with the co-most.
Let's welcome back by popular demand, Clayton Hawkins.
In the news that can only be described as stunt casting, I am back. Hi guys.
You're too natural of a fit for us to not just drag you along on this ride with us whenever we get the chance.
I feel the dragation happening, and it's fine. I'm happy to be here.
Look, it's an honor to drag. I couldn't have asked for someone better to drag. We're so grateful that you're here.
You certainly could have asked for someone better, but I'm glad you didn't. You know what I mean?
You're our fourth choice. I don't know what to tell you.
I know.
We went out to way bigger names.
I know you didn't have to tell me that, but you did, and now I do know.
In all seriousness,
fine.
Clay, you're our new secret sauce. That's what we're gonna call you.
Great. I feel very saucy. So
All right,
everything's working out.
Speaking of sauce, back to Esther's original question.
Szechuan.
Yeah.
What is Szechuan sauce? What is that?
So, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Szechuan region of China. Let's take it way back. But I'm a huge fan of Szechuan food in general. And
Me too.
It's okay. And it's
Not a competition.
defined. If it were, Esther does win. But
I'm sorry, there's a Szechuan restaurant at Old Orchard Mall. I went there growing up. Whatever. Just keep going.
No, for
Next
sure.
to the bagels. Okay, go on.
I mean, look,
It's now
we
a
all know
soul cycle.
We all know Skokie is the food capital of the United States of America. Some say the world.
Yeah.
So Szechuan cuisine is often defined by its use of tingling peppercorns. It's got this very distinct, spicy kind of spiciness. They use these peppercorns that will like almost numb and tingle your mouth. It's the best thing in the world. And there's this hot new brand on the scene. It's called Fly by Jing, and they make their own version of a traditional Szechuan chili crisp. I am such a fan of this stuff. I put it on everything, and they advertise to put it on everything. I put it on avocado toast. I put it on my eggs. They say to put it on vanilla ice cream, and I've tried it. It's good. This is a very dimensional, flavorful, crispy, oily, tingly sauce. I'm such a fan of the product, of their branding, and I had the honor of meeting the founder. Her name is Jing. She started this company by herself, and as you know, I'm a food founder now, so I've been meeting other food founders.
Yeah, peers. This is sort of like a peer session, which is wild. You are in this industry.
I've done what we call a pivot,
Yeah.
a light
That's-
pivot.
You kind of lost me when you said oily, though. When I hear someone, like, I would never, if someone described, oh, this food's really oily.
I get that. Well,
don't
have you
know.
ever had, like, Trader Joe's has their own version. It's kind of a common condiment where it'll be like
Chili
chopped
crisp.
chili and chopped garlic in like an
Oh,
olive
yeah,
oil
no, I've
kind
had
of
that.
thing.
Wait,
It's like
wait.
that.
By the way, I did try fish wife on avocado toast, and it was incredible. And I didn't use butter, because apparently I would have, though.
I did not mean to butter shame you. I'm not in the business of shaming people out of eating tinned fish in any
Yeah, a
way.
lot of people reached out sort of just to hold my hand in a spiritual way about the butter shaming, but that is something that we have moved past. But seriously, it was so good with the avocado toast. My boyfriend, who's a little squeamish, I feel like, or at least I'm getting him into the...
It's common.
And
He's not
fish-
alone.
He's on board. What more can I say?
That's unbelievable. I mean, tuna is a great tinned fish entry gateway drug, I should say.
Yeah.
I'm so happy you liked it. You can taste the quality, right? It's really smoked. We're not talking
That's
smoke flavor
smoky.
is added.
Yeah.
Esther, I'm sure is a problem for you, because Esther usually has a problem with the smell of smoke.
I don't like fireplace smells, but I do love the taste of smoke.
Now that's something to dig into.
Yeah. Now that's, some would say, evil behavior.
Yeah. That's curious. Curiouser and curiouser by the day. So Esther, I think we talked about this on the podcast, but It's so funny. As someone who's watched Esther go through so many food obsessions throughout my life cycle of friendship with her, to have her get obsessed with Fishwife, I assume she's already burned out on it, but to see her,
Not yet.
but to see her, I know.
And
I'm
now
pacing
she
her.
is. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, and there it is. I'm pacing her out. I'm going to limit her cans. I don't want her to burn out. But to see her become obsessed with my own food product was a full circle moment for me. It really
That
was.
is kind of a dream, isn't it?
You did it right, though. You made it have a smoky, irresistible taste. I feel like if it didn't have that smoky taste, I would actually not want anything to do with it.
Look, a
Smoky,
canned tuna.
irresistible. There is something there.
I want my baby back. Sorry, I was confused. But I look, a regular tuna, a can of tuna is a can of tuna. But a can of alderwood, I can't even say it, smoked tuna.
Alderwood?
Smoked over real alderwood, folks. We're not joking around here. Now that's amore, baby.
Wow.
I'm so happy you liked it, Clay.
Every episode is just going to be me saying, congratulations about your fish at the beginning of every one. So just know that going in.
Look, you have to pay the piper, pay your tidings.
Yeah, of course. The tidings are being paid.
So, guys, what's up? What's going on? Clay, had a big shoot?
I can I share my past 24 hours because they are a little bit wild. They're a little wilding out with Nick Cannon over here on my.
Yeah, some of us have wanted to ask about that.
So I did have a shoot last night from sunset to sunrise, which happens sometimes. I also did work during the day. I saw Esther yesterday and we did a shoot, and I was a little worried about the night shoot coming on. How would you describe what happened yesterday, Esther?
Clayton, he hit his anxiety. He was catastrophizing. He was in catastrophization mode, which I have had night shoots ahead of me before, and I'll be honest, it's kind of impossible to be anything but in catastrophe mode because you're just the weight of an entire night's work of an unhealthy, unnatural night's work ahead of you. It's just there's nothing quite like that.
Yes, this is true. And I think that my catastrophizing, I'm normally super positive. I'm manifestation, everything's going to be fine. But I was a little burnt out and a little bit oh, how am I going to get through the night? All this stuff. And I think because of that, we did wrap at 5. We're in Palmdale, and my tire blew out at 5 a.m. on the Palmdale rainy freeway this morning.
You're kidding me.
So that's sort of those are the cards that I was dealt today. And I'm living proof that you can survive. I am a survivor of tire blowout, which sounds gross. It sounds like something worse. But
okay, so here's what I'm taking from the story is you had your gay Eeyore moment this morning on a freeway. It was rainy. Your tire blew out. I can't imagine.
Have you guys ever had a tire blowout on the freeway?
No, that sounds like
you need
death.
to get your tires changed.
What was that?
Think you need to get your tires changed?
The tires were changed. Renee, thankfully, while I was sleeping this morning, while you were sleeping, Sandra Bullock, it's a movie. But while I was sleeping this morning, he did change the tires. So that was he got to be the big hero in the situation.
Look, you can't play with car maintenance. I'm sorry. If that tread is worn out, you got to hold the penny up to it. If it's not reaching the head of the
but I don't know about this. No one taught me about, and my first car that I got, I never changed the oil. So 18 months after I got it, when I was 17 and a half, it fully just, on New Year's Day, we went out to get bagels, and it never started again. And that was the last I saw of it. So no one ever, who's supposed to teach you about car stuff? Answer me.
Adult male figures in one's life.
Oh, right. I didn't have that.
Not to make it gendered or anything.
Yeah.
Clayton, personal question. Can we, without naming names, explain what happened to your car earlier this week? I'm happy to lead the charge if allowed.
I am so glad you're comfortable with me sharing this because I'm very comfortable sharing this. I was doing a client and
have a bit of a anal blowout.
Yes, exactly. That did happen.
You can say it.
So I'm leaving and I get a call from said client and they said, Clay, you drive a black Lexus, right?
Wait, can I interject that
A black
while
Lexus?
before that was
that's
happening,
the whole point of the story. I'm done.
What are you, my amazingly rich stepmom? This is like, who
I
are
am.
you?
I'm your tax guy.
no, his car stresses me out. It's too nice. But I just want to say that the client is a mutual friend, and she had texted me.
Wait,
Hey,
did you know first?
I did, but I was on the phone, so I couldn't like interact with her. But I got all these texts from her. Does Clay drive a black Lexus? I think, and then she revealed what she thought happened. So please carry on.
Basically, she calls me and she's like, "So, my driver said that they saw a woman, and the woman was obviously can only be described as her wardrobe stylist. Speed out of her driveway, smash into a black Lexus, take a peek at it, and then zoom away." Again, like I don't change the oil, I don't check the tires. I didn't notice that the front of my car was all scraped up. I'm just like merrily driving home. Long story short, I called the stylist. I said, "Did you hit my car?" And she says, "I mean, of course I'm gonna fix it. Don't be a drama queen." Immediately, I was the bad guy. Immediately, I was the drama queen for us.
What you're telling me right now is you are aggressively gaslit.
I was, and immediately I was like, "It's okay. You don't have to fix it. Like, it's fine. I understand." Like,
No.
I was like, "What do I care? A scrape on my car? Character? Hello? Like, what's the big deal?" But now I have some theory. This lack of sleep has made me a QAnon level conspiracy theorist, where I'm now convinced that the fender digged into the tire, and that's why the tire popped. Now, apparently.
Sorry, I'm keeping an open mind. Continue.
Okay, well, Renee asked about this because I am like a tire truther now, and he did ask the people at Just Tires if this was a possibility. They said no, but I'm not convinced that the stylist didn't call them.
Take sip of energy drink at 7:30 p.m.
Use my promo code Clay for Celsius.
Do you really have a promo code?
No, but I should, right?
One time, I was in Esther's car and I was drinking a Celsius, and she said that me just drinking the Celsius in our car for 10 minutes made her car smell like battery acid for a week after. I love Celsius.
I love the way this smells. It's literally like poppers for me. I'm obsessed with Celsius.
There's nothing better than first thing in the morning, before you even had a sip of water, cracking open like a guava mango ice Celsius and just guzzling that.
Apple and pear.
So good. I love that flavor. It tastes like
doesn't taste like
cider.
chemicals to you?
It's fine. It is what it is. Like, it's getting the job done. You know what I mean?
Sometimes you have to do what you have to do to provide for your family. Your family being Esther.
I think, thank you. Yes.
Wow, Clay, you've had quite
it's been a while. It's been a wild 24 hours. So I did try to sleep today. And hence the Celsius. But I do love Celsius. I think Celsius is great.
Oh, I love it. What's your favorite flavor?
This one?
Yeah.
Fuji apple pear.
It's light.
It's
healthy.
light.
It's like a salad.
But I'm also like dainty with it, where like I'll drink this over 2 days.
Oh,
what?
We're not losing fizz?
I love I love literally having 2 sips of a sparkling water, having it in my car for days, sips on end. That temperature changes, makes it get like new notes of metal and aluminum. That's how I smoke my water, is in the car.
Can I just say something? To me, the taste of a sparkling water that's gone flat, I cannot drink it. Just knowing that there were sparkles in it once, it's like ghost water. It's like the life has been taken out of the water. It's dead on arrival. I hate it.
See, this is gonna sound like weird and esoteric. It tastes wide to me. Like when it tastes literally like when you're seeing like the ocean, like it tastes so wide, like it's gone through so much. I really do mean that. You're
like your water with a little experience.
Yeah.
A life story.
I do.
You guys, I am going to use this flat sparkling water segue to tell you both that I'm here to school you. Are you ready?
I guess.
I love this power dynamic shift.
I know.
I'm going to take the power back right now from you two fools. You two uneducated nothings. So last week on
Ouch.
Growing Up, I mentioned NFTs casually, and you both treated me like I was some dumb, nobody do nothing. And literally the next day, NFTs were headline news all over, like every news outlet, because they broke the record for the highest price of an art NFT was sold for $69 million. So I am just going to tell you guys.
I don't think I was on this episode. I've never. What's an NFT?
You were.
You mentioned it, but you didn't explain what they were at all. It was very confusing.
So this week I am going to explain to you what an NFT is so you don't get caught up feeling that way again.
Okay,
so
an NFT.
All right,
an
let
NFT.
Let me get my
Present.
Notes. Can I go to the bathroom?
Can we watch a movie?
Shut up. Shut the fuck up.
Miss Esther, I'm hungry.
Okay. An NFT is a non-fungible token, and it's a one-of-a-kind digital image or video that is verified on a blockchain. What is that, you ask? So an NFT is basically like if you think of a baseball card where, you buy it, you sell it, it's a collectible, there's only so many. An NFT is like that, but there's no tangible version of it. It just exists digitally. So it's like a GIF, however you want to say it, or a digital image. And you might be thinking, okay, well, anyone can just screenshot it and keep it for themselves. What's the point of owning it? Well, yeah, but that's true with any kind of work of art. There's poster prints of the Mona Lisa left and right. There's only one. And so it might seem really ridiculous, as it kind of does to me. I don't understand it, but it's like this huge major craze right now. They're selling for millions of dollars. They have sports, they have art.
Wait,
but they're just
sports? How can
Azalea
a sport
Banks-
be an image?
I heard about the sports thing.
like a GIF of LeBron James shooting a dunk, whatever they're called, sold for like $2 million. So you buy it.
This is the Beanie Baby craze of the present post-COVID
ding,
apocalyptic
ding, ding,
world.
ding.
So
You're
we
correct.
like it.
Been here, done that. Not gonna fall for it again.
I will say that some movers and shakers, I can't say who I was with last night, but some movers and shakers on set were talking about this.
Really?
Azalea Banks just sold a sex tape on NFTs.
Cool.
And
that's cool.
I was talking to my friend who knows the guy who does all the digital strategy at the NBA, and the way they're doing it for the NBA, kind of like what Esther was saying, is they'll sell a video of a famous play. But again, I just don't understand why can't I go watch that video on YouTube of Michael Jordan's most famous dunk?
You can.
Okay, but my conspiracy theory, been up all night brain is going places. Is this preparing us for a future world where there is no YouTube, where you do have to own everything, like the Walt Disney Vault or something?
Oh, that was a whole scam. Now
I
with
know.
Disney Plus, don't you feel so stupid for ever buying into the Disney Vault?
Oh, they re-released it. It would be like the Diamond Collection, the Diamond Queen Collection, now with one extra minute of footage.
I'm like, oh, no. This isn't regular Lilo and Stitch. This is Lilo and Stitch double platinum triple ice collection.
Well, aren't VHS, that's like the reverse of NFTs, because now I have all these fucking VHS tapes in my parents' basement, and those are worthless. Maybe the NFT on the digital version is worth more. It's kind of, and so to answer your question earlier, Caroline, of well, I can just watch it on YouTube, but there can only be one person who owns the image. And the image only has enough value as people say it does, as the marketplace does. So if someone wants to buy it from you, it has value.
With all the love in the world, this is making my skin crawl. This whole concept, it makes me sick as a dog.
Well, Clayton, you're the one who told me that if I wasn't on TikTok, it'd be like not having a website in the .com boom.
No, I said it would be I said it was 10 years ago being I don't need Instagram, I have a website.
Okay, so whatever it was you said.
Okay, I'm going to get on board. That I'm an evolver. That I'm a bandwagoner. What do I need to, do I need to send you money and you'll take care of it for me? Can you be my guy for it?
No, you don't need to do anything. I just wanted you to know about it.
Okay.
As a friend.
Thank you. NFT. What is NFT?
It's so sinister.
Non-fungible token.
Hate it.
Fungible. That sounds so natural. It doesn't sound like a word that you'd use to describe something technical.
That's where they're
Fungus.
getting you. It's all a mind fuck. This whole thing is so twisted. I'm telling you, this is leading to something like the way that people feel about like AI and stuff. That's how I feel about this. This is leading towards a dark future where we can't just go on YouTube. That's my only concern.
Clay needs to sleep so badly.
What's happening?
He's like, and another thing, like JFK, like where's the bullet?
I'm like, they're watching me.
Let's talk about one of our favorite topics here. Periods, period care. We want to not bleed through clothes. We want to not hurt the environment. We want to not put chemicals in our body. You guys, what if there's a period product that looks out for your body, your lifestyle, and the planet? Well, then say hello to Flex. Flex is innovating period care with products that are body safe, made for comfort, and made to keep you moving. The Flex disc is a one-time use menstrual disc that fits perfectly inside your body. And one Flex disc can be worn for up to 12 hours and holds as much flow as 3 super tampons. Some days you don't want to be messing around in there. You want to just put it up and go. That's what Flex is good for. It's not a cup, okay? It's unlike any other period product you've seen. It collects rather than absorbs. It's kind of the only product you can wear for mess-free period sex. I said it. Period sex. Flex discs reduce waste by 60% compared to pads and tampons, so the planet will thank you. And if you want to go zero waste, check out the Flex Cup, a reusable cup made with a velvety soft material for a comfortable fit. If you've thought about trying a menstrual cup, this is the one. Flex offers the only menstrual cup on the market with a pull tab, so you remove it the way you'd remove a tampon. It's easy and you already know how to use it. Your Flex Cup is 100% reusable and lasts for years. Plus, it's completely body safe and non-toxic. You guys, say goodbye to leaks, mess, and stress, and say hello to healthier periods for people and the planet with Flex. Go to flexfits.com and use code GLOWING for 20% off Flex disc starter kits or 10% off your first Flex Cup, plus free US shipping. That's code GLOWING at flexfits.com. That's flexfits.com. Glomies, we love CBD and we love Ned, okay? CBD has become very popular and it's becoming more and more difficult to navigate and choose the right company and the right product. And that's where Ned comes in, okay? Ned uses gentle, slow extraction using only the hemp flowers known as buds. It's cold extraction. It's done at negative 40 degrees using food-grade organic ethanol. They have full transparency. They share third-party lab reports. They are full spectrum hemp only and only contain 2 ingredients, okay? Full spectrum hemp extract and non-GMO organic MCT oil. And that's their hemp oil. And they also have a body butter, lip balm, and a natural cycles line. And CBD, you guys know, can be used as a sleep aid, anti-inflammatory, natural pain reliever, treat anxiety and PTSD and depression. There's so many wonderful benefits of CBD. And Ned has really made it easy to choose a brand that you can trust. And for our listeners, we are offering 15% off your first purchase or 20% off your first membership purchase. And if you want to check out Ned and try their CBD for yourself, we have a special offer for the Glowing Up audience. Go to helloned.com/glowingup or enter code glowingup at checkout for 15% off your first one-time order at 20% off your subscription. Or 20% off your subscription order plus free shipping. That's HELLONED.com/glowingup to get 15% off your first one-time order or 20% off your first subscription order plus free shipping. Thank you to Ned. We love you for making products we trust. Their full spectrum hemp oil, their hemp infused body butter, their hemp infused lip balm. These are products that are so clean and trustworthy and transparent. We really, really appreciate that Ned has made it so easy to pick a brand. Can I tell you something else crazy from last week? Is that we were talking about ghost kitchens and like celebrity, whatever they're called, like, ghost kitchens.
Yeah.
You know who freaking launched a ghost kitchen the day after we released that episode?
Talk to me.
Goop.
Listening. Goop?
There's a Goop ghost kitchen on the west side of Los Angeles. I've already looked it up. I've tried to order, but I'm not like eligible.
You're not on the list.
What?
I'm not on the list.
Well,
Yeah.
Clayton did say he was with some movers and shakers last night, so.
Do you want me to get you on the Goop ghost kitchen list, as it were?
Yeah, if you go to the website goopkitchen.com, like I'm denied.
Is it a kitchen?
Access denied. It's Richie Rich. You're just trying to get in. It's just that computer
It just
graphic.
redirects you back to your own TikTok.
But I pulled up the menu and the food is all gluten free, and it's some of it is
big
but
whoop.
it says all sauces and marinades made in house are marked GCC are Goop certified clean.
Non-fungible.
But they have the Goop teriyaki bowl, mushroom carnitas bowl. It just sounds spring salmon bowl, $15.95. The prices are not bad. I don't know, you guys. I say we do a trip over to Santa Monica and try the Goop Ghost Kitchen.
I'll have to check with my new overlord Noom to see if they approve.
Don't Noom. Are you on Noom?
I started Noom, and well, they don't really want me talking to you guys unless you're in the Noom bubble. You're an
It's so
outsider.
Noom is for sure culty. It's like, it's not a weight loss program. It's an emotionally driven, like, self-food sacrifice.
I've read more. They make you read literature to do anything. They also ask for like emergency contacts, which I have a feeling it's just going to block those people in your phone, so you have no access to your loved ones. They're just slowly isolating me. I feel it. Do you think
does
pop the tire?
Does Noom refer to me and Esther as SPs?
It's very that. Well, they do talk about
NSPs.
They do talk about like don't let those sabatinas and your sabotagers like come in the way.
What is Noom? Someone tell me what Noom is now.
It's like a new Weight Watchers.
Well, don't get me started.
A Noom Weight Watchers.
First of all, it's called WW because
I forgot. Because
I also found out that I have been paying for WW for the past 3 years in a really high tiered plan.
I can help
you've been asked on that. You've been asked to leave the show.
No, it's fine. I feel bad. I feel like they're struggling.
No, they're not. They're paying James Corden tons of money.
Is he the face of WW?
Yeah, starting at New Year's, and he's already lost a bunch of weight according to paparazzi photos. Because I like to stalk my former boss. I like to know what he's up to.
Do you think that I should try to do
both
Noom and WW? They'll never find out.
Somehow
right?
you get fatter than ever.
No, that's already a given. That I guarantee you, the second I do one of these, that's gonna happen.
Well, Noom is like, we're not a weight loss program. Like, I feel like it's very emotionally driven. The only thing I know about Noom is like every commercial is like this guy who owns a candy factory and has somehow
Willy Wonka?
I swear.
Is it Willy?
There's this guy they always use in Noom ads who like he's a third generation candy maker and he lost like 400 pounds on Noom.
Okay, well, here's the thing that I do find the most disturbing about it, Caroline, is that it is trying to have such a sense of humor. It'll literally be like, so you got on the scale. Be honest with me. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being, ain't no big deal, kittens and butterflies, and 10, Freddy Krueger. Like, I just hate Freddy Krueger culture as a rule. So they honestly almost lost me as a subscriber there.
Hey,
can you tell us?
I don't want to make a big deal of it, but I am ghostwriting for Noom, so.
Honestly, I feel like they looked at your Instagram and were trying to have your voice.
What is Freddy Krueger culture?
I hate it.
I would love to dive more into what that is.
With peace and love, because I am with someone for almost a decade who loves Halloween, loves horror movies, has tattoos of, violent monsters on his body. Like, I don't like Freddy Krueger. I can get behind Jason. I can get behind Michael Myers. But Freddy Krueger is just so gross, and it's just I don't like any man in the 80s. Period.
Yeah, men in the 80s are a problem.
But even Esther, speak on it.
They're bad. They're bad boys. They're not nice. There's just a bad toxic male energy from the 80s that I want to be done with.
I can't even watch like a lot of John Hughes movies. Like I love 70s, and then something happened in the 80s where it was like the peak of just like toxic masculinity.
I'll tell you exactly what happened. A variety of socioeconomic, situational things basically are like, but our GDP was higher than ever. The economy was crazy. Reaganomics out the fucking yin yang. It's
She's
like
smart.
American business was booming, baby. The stock market.
Greed is good culture. I don't like it.
That's Wall Street culture. It was so much greed and coke and excess.
But I just remember my mom being like, we have to watch like these amazing John Hughes 80s movies. Clay, you're gonna love them. And like the jokes are literally like, hey faggot, kill yourself, they're Chinese, and like that's the joke. And I'm like, wait, what? Like I don't want to get behind, like that's the person we're rooting for.
To be fair, I did laugh.
I know Esther's like, which one was it?
Esther's like slapping her knee.
I was like, sounds good.
I have a real problem, like women in the 80s, not their personalities or anything. I love like the working woman, like that was the decade of like women joining the workforce.
Working Girl is the movie.
Okay, I kind of did want to express a problem with Working Girl. I love Working Girl. I think that Harrison Ford is like so unbearably sexy.
I gotta go. Thinking about
it. Tip to toe. Let's just say my Noom is having a blowout.
You guys I'll be back in 5 while I go think about Harrison Ford and Working Girl. See ya.
80s Harrison Ford too. Woo! So, but Melanie Griffith in that movie, the outfits and her makeup and hair are so bad that she almost is hideous. Like for the lead in the big romantic comedy.
That
Melanie
is what
Griffith.
I love about it. It is here's what I'll say as someone who has worked and adores Melanie Griffith and the entire clan is that the looks were so aggressive that when your beauty shines through that Esther's face right now looking at Google images of the movie, when your beauty shines through that aggressive fashion, it means so much more.
She looks hideous in that movie. The makeup and the hair and the outfits, she like, I almost can't buy into the concept of the movie because it seems like the movie should be about how weird she looks.
I think she was sick because I just saw an article that says her antics on the set cost $80,000. What could that be? Hard partying lifestyle in the 80s followed her to set and cost her big time.
No, I don't believe any of that. No, not
You don't believe 2fab.com?
Now, the question is, how do they spell two? Is it a number or TOO?
TOO, baby.
Then I do trust you.
Talk about the original Tiger Queen, Melanie Griffith. We all know that her mom, Tippi Hedren, kept big cats in the house. Melanie Griffith was gouged by a tiger claw by the time she was like 15 years old because her mom kept tigers in the backyard.
There are some beautiful like images too. Like I think they had incredible like photographers shoot these like wild creatures, and they're like in a Beverly Hills house. It's very interesting. But I know that Tippi's now like a huge like conservationist, so that's cool.
Well, anyway, we won't be talking about that.
I'm not at liberty, obviously.
But this did start with Noom. We went to Freddy Krueger, and we've gone down a dangerous path.
Noom, from what I understand, is just like a weight loss app that guides you.
Should I see what they're telling me right now? Because they are sending me so many messages.
They're like, are you with those bitches, Esther and Caroline, again? They want you to be fat.
Wait, okay, Clay also says we did an ad for them, which I don't remember.
I think it was another... Okay, first of all, they just sent me a message that said, drop and give me Zen.
That's not bad.
I'm going to read one. Caroline did write this. I'm sorry if I'm hurting your feelings. Okay. Let's face it. Stress and anxiety often extend far beyond the scale. You may be stressed about... Oh, this is now getting sad to me.
I'm telling you, it's very emotional. It's emotionally driven. It's like an emotional weight loss app.
Even if you're feeling cool as a cucumber, a Noom green food, you might be feeling a little more stressed about embarking on this new journey, and that's okay. They're speaking my language, but also their whole thing is, okay, the one thing I will say is interesting, because it is supposed to be not like restrictive and crashy. That's why I did it, because I really thought like this is cool, is that it's all about eating more foods that are filling, which is just so basic. It's like, yeah, instead of eating like a piece of like turkey jerky that's like protein keto, but you're not going to be full, it's like eat stuff that's like nutrient rich and maybe not the highest calories. Sorry if this is trigger warning to anyone, but just like high volumes of food. And I'm like, well, that actually I can get behind. That makes sense to me.
Well,
oh my God, eating high volumes of low calorie food is like the oldest eating disorder trick in the book. I am so not a fan. I don't think this is cool. If you follow the Esther method, eat what you have a taste for, then you'll be satisfied and you won't need to eat buckets of yogurt, which is what you yesterday told me Noom told you to do.
But I don't have room in my fridge for the amount of yogurt that they want me to be having.
I love okay, I'm a volume eater, which is the thing.
Me too.
I love to eat a lot. I am not satisfied unless I feel a little bit stuffed. And I do really
I
respond.
know, what's that? What is that?
It's called
That's
being
human.
a volume eater.
Okay.
And it's called it's called being like the human equivalent of like big farming equipment, okay? You're shoveling.
I just see the nutty professor like Eddie Murphy when I look in the mirror. Okay, go on.
It's okay. I'm kind of like the female Jewish Santa Claus, like Tim Allen, and like when the gif when his like he turns into Santa Claus.
Bear icon.
So I love being told that there are foods that I can eat in unlimited quantities.
Yeah.
That gives me this sense of safety. As Esther knows, earlier this year I panic signed up for WW, nay, Weight Watchers, because
Clay.
because I heard that like part of Weight Watchers WW is there are like it's the same thing. They're like green category foods that you can eat unlimited of, and that just like gave me it gave me a sense of safety, purpose.
Well,
Yeah,
Esther,
but it's
if you
nothing
had
good.
if you had been there for me the way that Noom is, checking in on my every waking meal, maybe I wouldn't need to be forking over $45.95 every 2 weeks.
That's a lot. Noom is ripping you a new one. That's a blowout. That's a blowout.
Now that's a blowout.
Call me when popcorn is on one of the volume food lists, and then I'll join.
It's on there. They talk about popcorn all the time.
What? What is the cadence of your conversation with Noom? You guys are like in a constant dialogue?
Well, they have coaches that are AI coaches that message you. It's basically Bicentennial Man is like coming and like ripping my fridge door off. It's bad. I'm scared. No.
So scared for you. Sip Celsius. Are canned sparkling waters anywhere to be found on Noom? What's
Yeah,
their
they talk
policy?
about it all the time. They love that.
Okay, this is interesting. I'm taking
Esther, it's sounding good.
I got a very weird food item this weekend that I feel ashamed about. And I need to confess.
We're here
Deep
for
fried
you.
Oreo.
Ooh.
Way weirder, way more in the fishwife area of things.
Okay,
So,
what was it?
as
I
you-
think I saw on your Instagram. Go on and go
As
on.
you guys know, I love seafood. I love seafood so much that I've started an entire business around it. Seafood's a real pressure point for me. I'm in a phase where I would say I am full-blown addicted to oysters. I've been getting oysters 2 to 3 times a week. I love oysters. I can't get enough. My mouth is getting like, I don't know if you can hear it. Like just talking about oysters is causing a full-blown, I need to like swallow.
Oh my God, you're slipping to the ground.
Like, I love oysters. So now my life is like I'm going oyster to oyster. Like when am I next getting oysters? What was my last oysters? Like it's a thing.
Time is just an oyster. Time units. It's just like oh yeah. Okay, go on.
Okay, some people use like a military 24-hour clock.
Yeah.
I hold my phone and it's just like 3 oysters.
Wait, Caroline, you don't watch Housewives, do you?
I don't, but I keep familiar.
Because Ramona Singer, one of an OGs, is a big oyster girl, and they always rudely show like an oyster count at the bottom of the screen of just her sucking down. They'll be like oyster 12, ding, oyster 13, ding. Which is very mean.
I'm so sad. I know I probably shouldn't say that, but she is like the wackiest, most out there, unhinged. Like no one likes her housewife. I can't believe.
Yeah, I love her.
I wish you would have said like Teddy Melon or like one of
Teddy
the really
Mellencamp is
cool
one.
ones. Okay, anyway, point is,
Go on. What you ordered?
stopped in this the seafood heavy enclave called Morro Bay on the way down from a drive this weekend.
Oh, I've been there.
You have? It's so cute. It's this
I
little
did a really
seaside
sad.
town.
I did a really sad comedy show there once.
It's like 3.5 hours away.
Oh, I said sad.
I'm impressed.
I feel like I know what that is, but go on.
So anyway, it was like we only had limited time to stop, and I went on a seafood gorge where I was like, I got like a seafood stew. I got oysters at 2 different places. Like I was just like going from place to place, and I was getting so caught up in it. I went to this little seafood shack, and I saw something that I'd never seen before. It was shark jerky that you could buy by the pound, and
Is that problematic?
I wish I had a Noom Bicentennial Man to consult before I did this. Because all I remember is blacking out, much like a shark would when it smells blood. Like, I smelled shark jerky.
I would do this. I would buy that too. I love it.
Bought half a pound of it, and I have to say I will eat almost anything. It is the most disgusting, wretched, from texture to taste to mouthfeel, dried shark, surprisingly, is rancid.
Well, yeah, that's like something that like a very sick pirate would eat like 200 years ago while they're like lost.
I see now why you don't see shark on the menu at most restaurants. It's somehow tough, but also like disintegrated in my mouth, but also was like so tough. It was like neither fishy nor gamey. It was like some combination of the two. It was like this horrible cross section of tastes, flavors, and textures.
I feel like it would taste almost human-like.
It had a bit of like a skin, a tough, fatty.
Are you okay, Esther? Are you okay? I'm checking in.
I can't believe you ate it, but that's why you're you.
Oh, that's the worst thing you could ever say to anyone.
That's why you're
the meanest thing you could ever say to a person is, and that's why you're you, and that's why I'm me, a good person. That's what that means.
I can't believe you just. That's why you're you'd me.
Yeah, that was tough.
Was it not perfect? Sorry. Who else out here is trying shark jerky in Morro Bay? You're dirty. You're a dirty whore.
I also got something called salmon candy.
You're a fugly slut.
Okay, she has a good point. She does raise a couple good points.
I got where she was coming from with that part.
That was a fair criticism. Yeah. Look, I like to try different things. I'm an entrepreneur.
Wait, what kind of candy? Salmon
candy?
How was that?
It's cubed dried salmon with a teriyaki glaze, and it's
That's
not
good.
bad.
Yeah, that sounds good.
But yeah, shark jerky, avoid at all costs. Do not enter it into your Noom. Just steer clear of. So I mean, Clay, it sounds like you had a bad night, but some might argue that mine was worse.
Yeah, and I don't want to say that my night was bad. It was just a shocking one. And normally when a tow truck driver comes, I've never not fallen in love with any tow truck driver, because that is you have your princess moment. That is you are Rapunzel in that moment. But in the era of COVID, I don't know if COVID-19 exists in the cinematic universe of growing up, but having to be like, do you mind wearing a mask? And him being like, I mean, it's fine. And then him pulling it down to eat airheads while I'm trying to stay awake and clutch my belongings. That was hard, you know?
Can I be honest?
By the way, no music, no radio, silence.
In the rain?
Just the sound of rain and airheads being pulled apart. Yeah.
Very similar texture to shark jerky, I might add.
It might have been shark jerky.
Tow truck driver, he was aggressively hitting on me the whole time, and for some reason I was not into him, but I refused to tell him that I had a boyfriend, and it really like got into like this long story about how I was like a writer and lived by myself, and
you're like, I don't know. You're like, I don't lock the door that often. I shower between these hours. Weird.
You're like, I sleep like Winnie the Pooh, no bottoms, loose top.
That is a fun way to sleep.
Why does that happen?
I have to say, too, airdrops are such a super spreader, high droplet food, because you're pulling and then you have that rip and droplets are just flying.
Okay, I don't need to hear that right now, Caroline. That's not helpful.
Clay, I know you were wearing 2 masks. I mean,
I was wearing 2 masks. Yes,
you're
I
fine.
was. Of course.
You guys, there's a huge beauty launch that got announced this past week that we have not talked about yet, and that is the Jaclyn Hill Pout Spoken collection. I don't know if you guys remember this, but beauty influencer.
She had her chance. She missed it. She fucked up. I will never trust her, especially with a lip.
I don't know what happened. Tell me about
I disagree. So Jaclyn Hill is like one of the most famous beauty influencers, and she launched her lipstick collection sometime last year, I want to say, and it was a massive failure. There was problems. Caroline, do you remember what the problems were?
Yeah, basically some of the lipsticks arrived melted, and then the worst were some of them had what appeared to be hairs on them. It was just a huge problem with the factory or the co-packer, and she had to like recall. First she was defensive, but then she ultimately had to apologize, recall, refund, and then I think she just had to go back to the drawing board, and it was like that was her one chance. It was her big shot, the biggest beauty influencer, and then she just like totally fucked up her first makeup launch.
I will say
I don't watch her videos. Every time I turn on a Jaclyn Hill video, I think she's one of the most annoying beauty influencers in the world.
This is my first time I've ever heard of her.
Crazy. I have a lot of respect for her. She put on a lot of weight in the last few years, and she's been really like
shark jerky.
she's been, I don't know, I'm like inspired by her and the way she's like gained weight and has been like confident about it. And I don't know, I find
That's
her videos
cool.
entertaining. I know she can be problematic at times, but I think if you watch the launch video, you might see things a little differently because she explains how it was a huge failure and she just has to pick herself up and try again, which I think is a cool message. You know, my first dance recital, me and my teddy bear, I dropped my teddy bear, I picked it back up. It's a big lesson for me in life. So
Wait,
I think
that was you? I heard about that even in LA as a child. You're the one. You're the teddy bear picker upper. Oh my
right.
God.
They tell that story They tell that story far and wide.
Oh yeah. Before every job, it gets brought up too.
My Noom just told me. Just gave me
shocked me. Noom shocked me. Well, do you know what I think? Also, I mean, granted, I know nothing about this girl, and except for what you've told me, but the lesson is maybe never be defensive. You never win by being defensive. If someone comes for you and your first instinct is to be defensive, maybe just put a pin in it and wait till the next day. But I think that's a huge. You want to talk about like the laws of power and how to get power, like. Defense, unless you're playing like I don't know, basketball, like it's not the way to do it, right?
Yeah,
I've never seen someone get defensive and have them like look good.
It's not chic. That's
it's a bad
sure.
look. It's a bad look.
I find myself actively I will type out a text in a situation that's defensive and will hold it for a beat and then be like, yeah, not even sleep on it, like an hour later be like, no, better to say like nothing.
Oh, sending a long, defensive, unhinged text in the heat of the moment is never a good idea. Never put stuff in writing. Don't put it in writing.
Yeah, sorry if I've done that to you, Esther.
I've actually never had an awkward fight with anyone on this podcast.
Wait, you do other podcasts?
I didn't know that.
We should start a podcast war. Wait, I'm sorry, but can we have
with
like,
my other podcast?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Season 56 of Ryan Murphy's Feud is about Esther's her own podcast.
Yes. Oh my God! And Jaclyn Hill's granddaughter is gonna play Esther.
Oh, if Esther's lucky.
Hey Glomies, let's talk about Honey. Okay, we all shop online and we've all seen the promo code field taunt us at checkout, but thanks to Honey, manually searching for coupon codes is a thing of the past. Honey is the free, you heard me, I said free, browser extension that scours the internet for promo codes and applies the best one it finds to your cart. And Honey supports over 30,000 stores online. They range from sites that have tech and gaming to popular fashion and even food delivery. How it works, you might be wondering. Imagine you're shopping on one of your favorite sites, and when you check out, the Honey button drops down and all you have to do is click apply coupons. Wait a few seconds as Honey searches for the coupons it can find for that site. And if Honey finds a working coupon, you will just watch the prices drop. It's pretty insane, okay? You guys, Caroline and I have used Honey. We have saved money, honey, on food deliveries. I know Caroline saved like $15 on a pair of headphones. We have saved so much. Honey has found its over 17 million members, over $2 billion in savings. I don't know how this is even a thing that we're advertising because it's literally like, it's a no-brainer. If you don't already have Honey, you could be straight up missing out on free savings. It's literally free and installs in a few seconds. And by getting it, you'll be doing yourself a solid and supporting this podcast. You guys get Honey for free. Join honey.com/glowingup. Again, join honey.com/glowingup. It's free, it saves you money, and it supports this show, which is a train wreck, according to most people who review it. Just kidding. Glomies. Oh, we just have great ads today. Oh, we have great sponsors. Oh my goodness. You guys, we're talking today about Tushy. The future of toileting has arrived. Okay, well, it's technically been around for centuries, but it's been hideously expensive, costing thousands of dollars, okay? But now the brand new Hello Tushy 3.0 modern bidet attachment is here to level the playing field. It's stylish, it's eco-friendly, easy to install, and it's affordable. Hello Tushy 3.0 doesn't just cleanse your butt with a precise stream of fresh water, it cleans itself. Before and after it's used with a Smart Spray automatic self-cleaning nozzle. It attaches to your existing toilet, so it requires no electricity, no additional plumbing, and it cuts toilet paper use by 80%. How lucky are we that we get to promote brands that literally make the world a better place and also are good for your butt? The Hello Tushy bidet pays for itself in a few months. And because with Hello Tushy you don't wipe, you just go, you spray, you dry, and you go. So those are two kinds of goes I'm explaining. And sanitation is simple. The Schmutz Shield offers easy cleaning, and the knobs are naturally antimicrobial. Plus, every Hello Tushy bidet attachment comes with a 60-day risk-free guarantee and a 12-month warranty. So if you've always wanted to try this is kind of the time to pull the trig. You guys, if you already have a Tushy on your pot, upgrade to the new 3.0 model. If you're new to the revolution, join millions of happy Hello Tushy customers right now and have a clean butt with every flush. Go to hellotushy.com/glowup to get 10% off plus free shipping. This is a special offer for our listeners, so go to hellotushy.com/glowup for 10% off. That's hellotushy.com/glowup.
There's a lot of stories we have to just quickly talk about. What do we think about JLo and A-Rod?
You tell me everything.
I just heard about this.
JLo and A-Rod split. I have a lot of thoughts on this. They, on paper, really were such a perfect couple. They haven't officially broken up yet. I think they're saying they're working through some things, but on paper, they're perfect. They're both, I think, from the Bronx. They're these New York hometown heroes, absolute icons of the 90s, high-earning, multi-mogul millionaires. Like, they have it all. But he is so gross to me, and I never picked up on their chemistry. For being with the most beautiful woman in the world, I want to see him all over her. I want to feel that chemistry. I want to feel that heat. A-Rod, it's like almost like asexual looking to me.
The way he looks to me is I can never remember how he looks. It's like I've seen his picture so many times, but it doesn't. There's someone put some sort of like malware software in my brain where I can't remember what he looks. Yeah, I think that's true of all athletes. I can't remember what they look like.
Okay, fair.
So that's all that I can provide on that, except that I think that JLo is an icon, and I would love to work with her one day. So I wish her the best.
Me as well. I mean, I would give anything to change her tire or like whatever she needs.
Oh, that's Renee's job. Ultimately, that's his job.
Okay, I wanted to get a quick temp check on that. And okay, I also have to bring up like some news of personal note to me. This is neither celebrity, beauty, or health related, but it is beverage related.
Now I'm listening.
So as we all know, I am a diehard devoted spinfluencer. I'm part of the Drifter family. That's their in-house name for their Spindrift influencers. Drifter.
I need to get on that because I am spending a lot of money on that a week.
I can certainly put in a good word, but they're a very mysterious corporation. I can't promise you anything, and I just want you to know that I begged when Spindrift first came out. I want to get the story straight here. They did not have a formal Spinfluencer program, and I begged, thirstily emailed them and begged them to let me come on as an influencer.
This is a well-paid TV writer we're talking about here.
I was making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year at this point, but I worked harder to get acknowledged by Spindrift with coupons than I did for any job I've ever had. For real.
Now, can I ask you what your flavors are, or is that gauche?
My fave flav?
Yeah.
That's really hard. I love strawberry. I have a really special spot in my heart for strawberry. It's a lot of flavor for some people, and I get that, but it really works for me. I like the fruitier. I like the flavors that are evocative of a 90s juice squeeze, if you guys remember the glass bottle.
Yeah, of course.
So
wait, glass bottle?
Look up. Isn't that what juice squeezes were? They were like the 90s chic sparkling juices.
Are you thinking of Clearly Canadian?
Hold on. I need to look up juice squeeze because I think juice squeeze. Look it up. These glass bottles, they sold them at Trader Joe's. Only the rich kids at my school would bring them. They were just
I've never had this.
Super sparkling juice. They were super sugary. It was like the predecessor to Spindrift with way more sugar.
You know what the richest soda when I was growing up was? Like if you had this,
Orbits?
Not only were you rich, not only were you cool, you were indie. You were alternative. You had a sense of humor.
Cactus Cooler.
Jones.
Oh my God, they were so sugary. Parents
I would literally
reckless.
I would like not even drink it. I would just like hold it like in class, just like at my desk. You'd be like, you have to put your soda away. Okay,
I can't. It's part of my identity.
I like strawberry. I like grapefruit. I mean, I really like every single Spindrift flavor. They all have a special place in my heart. I'm addicted. So, okay, just want to shout out. I don't know if you saw this, Clay. Spindrift this morning announced that, and I cannot believe this. It shook me to my core. They're coming out with spiked Spindrift. Hard Spindrift is coming this summer.
Hell yeah.
This is big news. This is big news. Esther, close your ears, earmuffs, baby girl.
I'm gonna fall off the wagon for that one for sure.
Are you guys both sober?
I'm not sober, but I did me and Renee did dry January, and we became, some would say, addicted to the dry lifestyle. So I've only drank once this year.
Oh,
coming from someone who during the quarantine drank like every single night. So no, I'm not sober, but I'm also, you know how I'm looking at it? I think I'm hopeful that the world is going to change, and I'm going to be going to parties this summer, and everyone's going to be vaccinated, and I'm sort of just like saving all my drinks for that. Like I'm tired of drinking at home. I want to go out and get drunk.
I was just single tear rolling down Esther's face while we have this conversation.
Esther's mad. Esther, do you want me to be sober, Esther?
I just didn't know that was your plan. And I don't think they roll over. Like, you can just go all, like, that's such a sick addict. It's a sick addict mindset. Like, I save it up and then I get it all at once.
It's the Noom lifestyle. They're going to be my green light points.
Esther, you do the same with popcorn. I don't want to hear it.
I know. Imagine if Esther did drink, she would be the drunkest.
I would be not drinking anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I've always respected about Esther, is her reason for being sober is she's like, I know myself, and if I started drinking,
Is that why, Esther?
Yeah, I'll like it too much. It's like I couldn't handle cupcakes when I discovered them. How would I be able to manage alcohol?
Yeah. It's true. Yeah, I respect that. But I will definitely, I'm so down for spiked Spindrift. That is so, because I've never had a White Claw.
They are dangerous and nasty, and the macros on them don't make sense. It's like, how are there 2 grams of sugar and like 75 calories in this? It's confusing. The White Claw lifestyle, I try to stay away from it. Because it's one thing to have one White Claw, but I feel like it's like you're drinking them all day. People are like 10 White Claws deep. I just don't.
Have you ever had a Barefoot Bubbler, which is Barefoot Wine's answer? Because I did do a 3-day ad job for them before the pandemic, and they sent us home with suitcases filled with sickly sweet Barefoot Bubblers.
No, I'm not interested in that. I will eat 100 oysters a week, but I will not put that in my body.
Also, no one talks about the fact that Barefoot, the wine company, which is a big wine company, just flat out has feet. Their logo is just 2 feet and like flip-flops next to it. And we've accepted this, but it is odd.
That's a bit sexually perverse, I would say.
It's like grapes and, is it like foot stomping?
Oh, but why the flip-flops? That seems to evoke a sexy summer foot-based lifestyle.
I don't know.
Well, spiked Spindrift is coming to certain markets mid-April. This is not an ad, I swear.
Do you think they'll sell it at Trader Joe's? Because that's where I do buy my Spindrift.
I think that's possible. Anything's possible. I did notice that they had to create an entirely separate social media presence for just spiked Spindrift. So I think there's already some legal issues that they're working through.
Do you think that they just bought, like, they licensed out the name Spindrift and it's a whole different like operation?
They would not.
That's what I'm worried. That's what I'm worried is happening. I'm going to be honest. I feel like this is like one of those like CPK to go at the airport where it's sort of like same name, but it's a whole different entity.
It's like Chili's Quick.
No, it's Chili's 2, just like 2fab.com.
Oh, no.
That's all the same company.
Look out for spiked Spindrift. It's coming at you in lime, pineapple, mango, and the devious half and half flavor, which is the one flavor I hate. Half
creamer? Oh.
No, half alcoholic cream. Half it's Arnold Palmer flavor, and it's like fizzy. I don't like my
relapse.
Have either of you tried the Travis Scott like cacti?
I'm dying to.
Everyone's talking about that. That's literally all the Gen Z kids that I work with are talking about that.
I'm sure.
What do they
delicious.
say? Because the branding and packaging makes me wish I drank. It looks so stinking cute. I want it.
So stinking cute. Oh God. So that Travis
Have you guys
Scott-
been to the Szechuan restaurant where the old Soul Cycle was?
I went into that Soul Cycle. They didn't have nothing to
It
eat
used
there.
to be a Szechuan. It used to be Szechuan.
So stinking.
So stinking. So stinking.
Why did you become like the mom on Bobby's World, Esther?
When I wear my Sam's Club flannel jacket, things just hit different.
The ring light fell.
Serves you right.
Oh no. Oh no.
I think that's as good a time to end as any, you guys. Esther, let's quickly feature a charity, just so people don't think we're monsters. I want to give a shout out to the organization. Oh, we're not supposed to say charity anymore. It's called My Friend's Place. My Friend's Place.
I love that charity.
You've heard of My Friend's Place?
Mm-hmm.
They offer comprehensive services to nearly 1,400 homeless youth between the ages of 12 and 25 and their children each year out of their dynamic resource center in Hollywood. You can check them out at myfriendsplace.org. This seems awesome. I'm going to donate after we get off this call.
Let's all donate, Esther. Let's donate. One of my clients does a lot of work with them, and I've gotten to meet the team. Yeah, Maddie, and I've gotten to meet the team, and it's an amazing organization.
Oh my God, I'm so excited.
3 Travis Scott cactus coolers. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to donate some money. This place is awesome, and thank you to the Glomy who suggested it. Oh, guys, that was a joy as ever.
Was it?
Yes.
Okay, good.
For me.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Not for you, Clayton. You had to tell us about your car being towed and hit.
Am I allowed? I'm having an anxiety. Clayton, you've never told me to call you Clay, but somehow I started calling you Clay. And
no,
now
it's weird that Esther calls me Clayton. I'm Clay, but Esther calls me Clayton on camera.
There is no anxiety I have greater than thinking that I like Scott.
Call me Clay.
I think I've never called you Clay.
Why is Call Me Clay literally my third book that failed so miserably? Literally they're paying you to buy it at the bookstore, and it's just this sweater, Call Me Clay.
Why are there recipes in this? Yeah. That's me when I open up Call
Why
Me
are
Clay.
the pages wet?
Scented?
Yeah.
Barefoot Bubbler?
Barefoot Bubblies.
Well, I hope that one day this podcast episode gets sold as an NFT for 45 cents. And maybe Call Me Clay will also be an NFT. You guys, thank you so much for listening to this episode of Glowing Up. I'm really excited to look more into that charity and donate. And I know the Glomies are too. And as always, last announcements, Caroline has a delicious fish company, Tinned Fish. You know it, you love it. Eatfishwife.com. I have a tie-dye clothing line, which has a launch this week. So if you go to sleepoverbyesther.com the day this episode comes out, it will be live. The 90s Taco Bell for here, sweatsuits with matching bralette, t-shirts, long sleeve shirts, masks. Clayton.
And if you're an actress or ingenue who's beautiful and wants to get their hair done, have your people reach out to my people. Totally relatable content.
This is true. You have to have a song hit #1 for Clay to do your hair.
No, I do everyone's hair except for Esther's yesterday, but that was an issue.
He did turn against my hair. We can get into that in a few weeks.
And let us know if you want Clay to come back on the podcast. Just kidding. You have no choice. He will be back.
No, still let us know, though. I want to hear it loud and proud.
The response was unilaterally positive, Clay. Well done. Everyone loves you as much as
I know, but that means there's only room for me to fall. So this might be the one where it was once was cute. Well, I'll leave you on this because I know we're wrapping up. This is something that my parents taught me when I was little, which is first time funny, second time silly, third time spanking. And I've carried that with me. That's the trauma that I hold that I have to write about tonight in my Noom journal.
You guys, thank you so much for listening. Please like and subscribe and comment if you're on YouTube. Write us a review on iTunes. Why the fuck not?
Comment spank underneath the Instagram post if you think Clay's been a very
yes. If it's too much, you can write spank. Yeah.
You guys, we will see you next week on Glowing Up. Thanks so much.
Bye.
Bye.